When your power goes out, remember just how inconvenient your life can be. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you'll have power when you need it. Our Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted. Get a free 10-year warranty with the purchase of any air-cooled generator. Call Generac Generators today. Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
It's a first. I just banned somebody from DPL before we even started the show. and the name of their account is "You blocked." No, I blocked. Message me now by saying payment $10,000. I don't know. Might be a scammer. Might be a spammer. Could be. Don't take any chances. So they're gone. But you know what? I must applaud their tenacity and applaud their courage to actually try that. Because, I mean, normally you get people who spam and, you know, try to scam you. I've been a little sly, right? A little like, yeah, well, you know, I'm a person who I've got some issues or whatever, and I need some help. No, they're just like, give me $10,000. So anyway, welcome to Dennis Phillips Live. How y'all doing? We are live tonight on the spot. And as you see, and I have not named this plushie yet, but Jonathan, take a close, there you go. So, Jessica, what's his name?
Fuzzy Shark. Name it whatever you'd like.
But it's, okay, it's Fuzzy Shark, but it doesn't have a name. So you know what? That's what we're gonna do. Oh man, we have this new, okay, you can take me again, guys. All right. And so we have this new software that's called Megaphone, and I don't know how to use it yet. Today we had our first little training thing on it, and it's gonna take a little while. But what a perfect time we could have used it. Name the Fuzzy Shark plushie and what his name's gonna be. So you guys come up with some names on here and let me know. Somebody said Mavis. I don't, Snarky the Shark, that's from Denise. Snarky McSharkface, that's from Steve. So definitely, you guys are already jumping in. Doesn't look like either one of those to me. Sharky McSharkface, I don't know. Maybe, kinda, I don't know. We'll keep working on it. And we're gonna be talking about Sharkapalooza because let's just pretend I know nothing about Sharkapalooza. No, we don't have to pretend. I know nothing about Sharkapalooza, but I bet I will. And it's coming up this Saturday. Is it Saturday and Sunday or just Saturday?
Saturday.
Just Saturday at Coachman Park in Clearwater. So we will be talking next segment and probably the one following there about Sharkapalooza. So yeah, Marky the Sharky. Nah, Gina, I don't think so. Sharky. Sheila, no, Maverick, Jabberjaws, Snarky the Sharky. Now that's a little interesting. I don't think he looks all that snarky, but I can be kind of snarky sometimes. So that's a possibility. Anyway, all right, Barb's like, no, me. Fluffy shark? It is fluffy. All right, we're going to be talking about that. If you're watching on the spot, welcome. By the way, we have a new additional sponsor for DPL, so that is an awesome thing, and that's going to be starting up in the next week or two, so we'll be talking more about that. So I want to thank our new sponsors. I want to thank you if you're watching on the spot, if you're watching on Insta, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on did I say Facebook? We're everywhere. And this show started as just us just kind of talking weather, and it's turned into, I don't really know how you define it. I don't think it has a descriptor that would even be close to being accurate, but so appreciate y'all and your loyalty. And just know when we get into hurricane season, that's when it really starts to get going, right? We get tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of viewers when a storm's around, and we probably would not have as much time for Sharky McSharkface, but we still will do our best because Jocelyn, my producer / handler, which you all know and love, we're going to have her on the show really soon. She's making the extra effort to try to have someone on the show almost every night because I'm with you, man. I wouldn't want to sit here and listen to me babble for 30 minutes. I mean, if we're talking about hurricanes or storms, that's one thing, but a lot of times we haven't been of late. However, we did see some tornadoes yesterday, and there they are. There is the storm report that came in from the National, Finley the Shark. Now, Heidi, now that's interesting because y'all know I'm a big fan of the Clearwater Threshers, right? Big fan of the Clearwater Threshers. And Finley, with a PH, is their mascot. And Finley and I are really tight. I love Finley. So, but it's already taken. And that may be copyright infringement if we decide to name Sharky McSharkface Finley. But speaking of which, don't know if I've told you guys this, my daughter Ryan will be performing, and I literally just got off the phone with Jason, not that Jason Adams. I got three Jason Adams in my life. I got Jason Adams, a meteorologist who is here, been here for a long time. We've got Jason Adams, engineer, who you all know and love, because anytime this show is going off the track or off the rails, Jason comes in. I need a sound effect like the old $6 Million Man. Probably too old for most folks, but when I was a kid, I used to love that show. And Jason Adams runs to the rescue. Not that Jason Adams. The third Jason Adams in my life from the Clearwater Threshers, who is the general manager of the Clearwater Threshers. And he has invited Ryan to sing the national anthem again at the Clearwater Threshers game. I believe it's on August 22nd. Michael, my buddy, how you doing? Michael Broussard, crawfish extraordinaire chef, is here. Pat, how you doing? Good to see you. Jody as well. Lots and lots of folks. If you're watching on TV and you're like, this is the first time, you're like, wait a minute. Who's this guy talking to? He can't see me on TV. Oh, but I can. Oh, but that's where the technology is now. You think you're just watching us? We're watching you too. No, it's not. It's actually just on Facebook. So on Facebook, we have our comments. We have our Instagram. Right now, we're live on Instagram. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. So that's how the conversations go. Alyssa just got accepted to run the Chicago Marathon in October. Congratulations, Alyssa. But as I was saying, not only August 22nd will Ryan be singing the national anthem, she is going to be singing the national anthem on the first day of the hurricane season at the Trop, when the Rays are taking on the Tigers. And I will be throwing out the first pitch at that game. It's kind of like a what's the word? Like a team effort kind of thing. Like, she gets the glory and I just go along for the ride. It's kind of what it is. June 1st, it's a Monday. Detroit Tigers taking on our Tampa Bay Rays at the Trop. I will be game time first pitch at 6:40. I will be throwing out the first pitch, but far more importantly, my daughter Ryan will be singing the national anthem. And she did a stellar job at the Threshers game, but I even asked her, hey, you want to do the Trop? She's like, dang, that's kind of a big venue and I'm gonna be nervous. You don't wanna do it? Oh, no, I wanna do it. But I'm gonna be a little nervous. Just like at the Threshers game when they said, so do you wanna look away from the crowd or do you wanna look at the crowd? And that's the first time she'd ever sung the national anthem like that in public. And I'm thinking she wants to look, no, I wanna look at the crowd. So my guess is she'll be looking at the crowd. Hopefully we will be having a DPL live from the Trop, June 1st, Tigers taking on the Rays. All right, quickly, because I'm already heavy. Yeah, you know me, I start talking and there we go. This is a look at the preliminary storm findings of yesterday's tornado. EF0 tornado, we tracked that thing in the Gulf for 2 hours before it actually moved onshore. I mean, that thing was there. I mean, it was so trackable. And we kind of figured it would be a warned storm, and it certainly was. So there is a look at what first was an EF0, and then a second vortice, a second rotation formed west of Shady Hills, which is the area I went for the Pasco County Hurricane Expo a couple weeks ago. Love that little place. And they also had 85-mile-an-hour winds. EF0 tornado. And you say, well, EF0 is not very big. You're correct. But 85-mile-an-hour winds is 85-mile-an-hour winds, folks. It certainly is. So there definitely was some minor damage. There were some issues to some roofs and some trees. But overall, the damage was relatively minimal. So let's go ahead and look at the 7-day. There it is. We have got a taste of summertime weather coming in starting on Sunday. And we'll get into that probably on our final segment. But at the end of the day, when the rainy season gets going, it's usually mid-June for our area, late May for Southwest Florida. But it's all about the wind direction. All about the wind direction. If we get a west wind in our neck of the woods, unfortunately, that blows most of the rain inland and east. But we get a southeast wind, that is what we want. And if we get a southeast wind, and we're going to, by the way, from Sunday to the middle of next week, the storms, instead of blowing away from us, blow toward us. And that's what we need to bust a drought. That or a tropical storm that sits over us for 4 days, which you never know. That's always a possibility in the month of June as well. But as you see here, rain chances begin to go up a little bit. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a taste of the summer season. If we get a southeast wind in July, we're going to get a lot of storms. But this early in the season, you don't have the energy, you don't have the water temperature, things aren't quite strong enough for us to get some significant rains, but it is a taste of things to come. Fortunately, though, for the folks at Sharkapalooza, that will not be the case on Saturday because they have got a big event at Coachman Park. I don't know about you, but I don't know a thing about it, but I think we're about to find out along with Sharky McSharkface. That's coming up in 90 seconds as DPL continues. Well, that was a fun segment. Yes. All right, so let's bring Jessica in right over here. We are still streaming, but we are not on TV. There's the commercial break on TV. So I will hold the chair because everybody always has a tough time with this chair moving.
It's like
you got
a roller skate.
It really is. It's on roller skates. All right,
awesome.
You're there. All right, Jonathan, is it you in there or Derek? You can go ahead and use the voice of God and tell me. Jonathan, okay. All right, so you want to take the close-up shot on her and see if I'm in the way on camera 2?
You are not, as of you are right now.
Okay, all right. So here, let's go ahead and take this full.
This is a nice command center.
It is. And you know what's crazy? And there's the commercial break, how much time we have, 40 seconds till we go. This entire show, which you can watch on the TV right there, and this lives on Facebook after, so you can download it if you want to. Now, we do have Jonathan in the control room, and we now have a director because used to be it was just me, and we didn't. I run my own commercials, I take my own shots, I do all this stuff, but now, because we're stepping up in the world, and we have Sharky McSharkface.
Yes.
We need a director in there to actually take the shot. So come on, Jonathan, on your game, man. There you go. I might you got to be ready. I'm gonna be on this. I might very well just be like, okay, close up, Sharky McSharkface. Yeah, there you go.
That was odd.
That's what I want. All right, we're back. All right, so we're back. Yep, we're back on DPL. Jessica, how you doing? It's Jessica Adnich.
Adnich, yes, correct.
And so we were talking about this. I plead ignorance. I know nothing about, by the way, Sharky McSharkface. Ah, Jonathan. So we were talking about this. We're like, all right, I'm just going to do this out of the blue and see if he's actually awake during the show. And because, you know, sometimes the directors, they're doing other stuff. Sometimes they're watching TV. Sometimes they're not watching our TV. It all depends. But on DPL, you know, I'm like, all right, we got this little thing. So I could even do like a fake. Ah, faked out there. How about that? Okay, that's a good one. All right, anyway. All right, Jessica. Tell us a little bit about Sharkapalooza, because talk to me like I know nothing about it.
I will.
Because I know nothing about it. But it looks like it's fun, and we do have some video to show too, so tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so Sharkapalooza is a nonprofit art and conservation festival. So what that means is that there are going to be artists showcasing ocean or shark-specific artwork and selling it, and then also nonprofits in the ocean conservation or art world. So the idea is that you come, you get educated on ocean conservation and why our oceans are so important, and then inspired by the artwork and can take some artwork home.
And what are we looking at here?
So that was our 4th event, and these are some vendors that were showcasing their artwork at that specific Sharkapalooza. This is our 5th one, so that's why we went big.
Okay, that's awesome.
It is.
and so I'm curious about it. So what is your take? I mean, I think the general perception of people are afraid of sharks. I mean, they just are. Come on, I mean, think of Jaws.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, this is a true story, and my kids love to abuse me about this constantly. Jaws came out when I was in 7th grade. For some reason, I was afraid to go upstairs and take a shower. I don't know why, but it really freaked me out. So we obviously have this notion, and with reason at times.
Yes.
So how did this come about? How did Sharkapalooza actually come about?
Well, I myself am an artist and a designer, and I feel that art can really be a vehicle to educate, inspire, raise awareness, so why not for sharks in the ocean? We can be told that the oceans are incredibly important and that we need sharks in order for our oceans to be healthy, but maybe by seeing a piece of artwork or an interesting concept, it might hit us differently emotionally.
Interesting, okay. And so how did you actually put this together? Because this is how many years you said?
This will be the 5th one.
The 5th one?
Yes.
So how did it come about? Because Coachman Park's a great venue.
It is, and it's kind of a dream come true because it started at 81 Bay Brewing Company that used to be in South Tampa. If you had ever been there, you walked in and there was a beautiful mural on the wall that was as if you were in a sea creature's mouth looking out into the ocean. And I had pitched them this idea of doing an art conservation event, and we had 10 artists, and the only educational content we had was a coloring sheet that I designed. So now fast forward to the 5th one, Moat Aquarium, the Florida Aquarium, Clearwater Aquarium, O-Search are all going to be on site. We have 58 vendors, 4 food trucks, a stage with live music, beer and wine for the adults, a bounce house for the kids. So it's really, truly a full city festival.
Dang, I mean, it does. It sounds like...
We went big.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like something for everybody. And is it also your goal to, I mean, obviously the art is your passion.
Yes.
But I'm assuming it's your goal to educate as well, right?
Yes, my God-given talent is in creativity, not science. So I think it's amazing to have Sharkapalooza be that bridge between art and science. So we're going to have those shark experts on site. We're going to have a few speaking throughout the day so people can really be educated and then also have that added beauty of the artwork from the artists.
So what are the times and how can folks, is there a website or is there information people can get? Okay.
Sharkapalooza.org, all of the information is there. And the event is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., completely free.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And so 2027 will be a 2-day event, but this year we're just doing one because I tell everyone we didn't want to bite off more than we could chew going this big.
I get it.
And with the weather that you just said, it's perfect because apparently it's supposed to rain Sunday.
Some late day stuff, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
by the way, Sharky McShark. Oh, he is on it. Jonathan, that is awesome. I thought I could get him on that. Well, and you brought, I don't know what the name is. I kind of like Sharky McSharkface actually.
Yes.
But so they can get one of these as well.
Yes,
there,
they can.
as well.
So Fuzzy Sharks is actually really what started all of this. It originally was an art installation that I created and now a plush line, but it's based on the scientific theory called biophilia. It's the theory that we're naturally drawn to things based on how they look. So if sharks were cute and fuzzy, would we think about them differently? We are naturally drawn to cute and adorable things, and we judge everything. We judge human beings, we judge animals, we judge our environment. So if we change our perception on sharks, would you care more?
That's an interesting debate.
It's deep. It looks cute,
No,
but then you...
I mean, I would make the argument, cute and fuzzy things are cute and fuzzy, except for when they bite you in half.
Well, that's
And,
the point.
you know, that's,
yes.
you know, that is an interesting thing. I mean, and I know folks who are, you know, especially, you know, educators within the marine community and at the
Yes.
aquariums, like it's a healthy respect that, you know, you have to have it.
Correct.
And it's interesting, and we got to hit a break, but I do notice this. Whenever there is a shark attack, and look, there are shark attacks more on the Atlantic side than in the Gulf side usually.
Yes.
Very few. In fact, I've been here 32 years. I remember one fatal shark attack, and it was when a guy jumped into the bay, and he ended up jumping directly on a bull shark.
That's bad timing.
Yeah, and that's just, again.
Yes.
But my point was, so many people nowadays, and you know, and you see it. You've seen some pretty horrible videos, and you've seen some things
Yes.
Involving sharks. And the overwhelming feeling now, and matter of fact, lately I've even seen a lot of shark rescues.
Yes.
Where sharks have been on shore and people are literally helping them in. So I do think there's a change. I think Jaws scared the bejesus out of everybody for a long time. But
Yes.
I do think that it's now becoming, look, this is just part of the sea, part of the, you know, marine life and the features out in the Gulf or whatever body of water. But it is an interesting question, you know, if they were fuzzy, would there be a little bit less fear? I don't know.
Yes. Well, and polar bears, they're cute-ish, but they actually hurt more people a year than sharks do. But we associate them with adorable because they're fuzzy.
Because they're cute, and when
they are
little,
adorable, but
when
they
they're
have
little.
really huge claws.
Yeah, that's a good point. Really
Yes.
interesting. All right, we got to
Thank
hit a
you.
break. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Dennis Phillips Live continues. Oh, Jonathan, you nailed that one. You
Yes.
nailed that. I mean, that was awesome. Because I thought I'd get you on that. I absolutely thought
Right.
I would get him. Okay, so let's see. We got lots and lots of questions. A great episode of DPL. I still don't like sharks, especially when fishing. So I'm not going
Fair.
let's see. Yeah, we got lots and lots of comments. I only like to go ankle deep water for that very reason. I get it. Now, did you always have a love of sharks?
Honestly, yeah, ever since I was little. That was
Let's
part
talk
of the
about that.
reason
Yeah, we'll
why I
talk-
moved from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, we'll talk about that when we come
Yeah.
out of the break. Now, how did that happen?
You know,
You
I
don't
live
know?
a very weird life. I started my college career in automotive design and switched to sculpture.
In Ohio?
In Ohio. I worked for Mace Brand Pepper Spray for 6 years, running their marketing and design department. So, yeah, my life is quite interesting.
Are there going to be shark's teeth? Is that not?
We are going to have fossils.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Oh, these are some interesting comments. All right, we were back.
Yeah. 19
19
seconds.
seconds. All right. Here, I'm going to actually run this video again. Well, no, I can't. I was going to take it again one more time, but this is better. Okay. Back in. What time is it? Oh my gosh,
6.
I'm so heavy. We are so heavy. Yikes. We got to hit another break. Holy cow, we are heavy. I just looked at the clock. This is what happens with this show.
But I'm loving
We
this.
just start talking, and it just all of a sudden yesterday, or day before yesterday, we had somebody from there's a festival going on in St. Pete on Saturday, and before you know it, it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy. Want to mention quickly, you did say there are going to be shark teeth fossils that'll be for sale there. So there is going to be some jewelry as well.
There's going to be jewelry, sculpture, paintings, really all types of different mediums.
Okay, and we were talking about this in the break as well. And if you're saying, I feel like I'm missing things in the break, that's why you follow on Facebook or Instagram at the same time, because you can see kind of behind the scenes. By the way, Shark in my shark face. Oh, he was on it. He was on it pretty good, Jonathan. Good job. How did you start getting, I mean, you're an Ohio girl.
I am.
So where did the attraction to sharks come into play?
I have always had a love for the water and everything in it. When you think about art and design, the things that are in the ocean are absolutely magnificent. And so when I got to college, I actually started off in automotive design, switched my college career from automotive product design to sculpture, and that's when I started creating ocean artwork.
And you've been here in this area now?
I moved here 6.5 years ago, 3 months before COVID. I moved here sight unseen, sold my house, the majority of my belongings,
Dang.
picked Tampa, just had a feeling, and here I am.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
And it's going to be a great event. We got to hit
Yes.
one more break. Can you stick around for one more break?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
All right, back in 90 seconds as DPL continues. Yeah, it's just crazy how fast we only
yeah.
have. We've got another 55, so we'll have 3 minutes coming out.
Okay.
So on that one, I'll show the video again, and we'll recap. Matter of fact, I'll start taking the video at about 30 seconds in, and we'll kind of recap.
Can I take a little picture?
Yeah.
Little shark. Awesome.
All right. There was another fatal shark attack near St. Pete. A man lived on a canal. That's the one I'm talking about, Jan. That's the one I'm talking about. It was a bull shark. So I don't know if there was another one, but the one that I'm talking about, it was in the canal, and the guy literally jumped from his dock right on top of the bull shark.
Awful.
So I do remember that. Where are you? What part of Ohio are you from?
Cleveland.
She's from Cleveland. So is Wendy Ryan. Wendy used to live in Cleveland for a long time.
It's a great city.
All right, so let's go ahead and take this video now. And then by the time we come back in, we will be in the video because we already showed this. And just remind folks one more time what, how long was this video? Do you remember?
The video I think was a minute.
Okay,
or
good.
Minute and a half.
All right, perfect, because we didn't get to show the whole thing before.
Yeah.
This is what we showed. All right, so we're going to come back out, and we will come back out to this video. All right, back in 5, 4. All right, we are back again, Dennis Phillips Live, and here is a look at a previous year from, is this from Coachman, or is this another location?
No, this is actually from a community center in Palm Harbor.
Oh, that's my neck of the woods.
So it was much smaller. We had, I believe, like 20 artists and 2 food trucks, so now we've really amped up our game.
So again, remind folks, if they're just getting in, Sharkapalooza this weekend, and over at Coachman Park, which is a great venue. You're definitely up in your game.
Yes.
I mean, it's a much larger venue.
We're taking over the entire park, the whole thing. So it will be artists, nonprofits in the ocean conservation world. Moat will be there, Florida Aquarium, Clearwater Marine Aquarium. And if you know Clearwater Marine Aquarium, they have those giant inflatables.
Yeah.
They all will be there on site, along with live music.
And that was interesting too, because there's a lot of artwork here, but as we mentioned earlier, maybe a great thing for the kids because there's some lessons to be learned in this, and you're going to have some good information.
Oh yeah, and O-Search will actually have a coloring area for kids.
Okay, and this is just some of the artists as they're...
Yes, and some of the artists will actually be actively working on pieces in their booths.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so and there's Fuzzy Sharks.
Yes.
So that is definitely, well... You know what? Jonathan is on his game. He's like, I'm not going to let him mess with me.
No.
So, because every single time we've done that, that's pretty amazing. So anyway, okay, free of charge.
Completely free.
And there's vendors, there's food trucks, there's going to be good weather.
Yes.
And there will be. And I think you're good. So.
Thank you.
So it's going to be a great event. Thank you so much for coming out.
Oh my gosh, of course, thank you.
It.
We've had such amazing community support, and everyone's very excited about this. So that makes me excited. And the team, there's no way that any of this would have been possible without the committee and the board that I have. So I want to give a shout out to them because this has truly been a team effort.
Absolutely. And the website is sharkapalooza.org.
Yes.
Not .com, sharkapalooza.org. So it's going to be a great time. It's this coming Saturday at Clearwater. Thank you so much for coming out.
Of course,
I appreciate
thank you.
For folks watching on TV, I do want to give you one last look at the forecast. And there it is with high temperatures tomorrow, upper 80s, maybe a shower or two in inland spots, but I think mostly dry. Friday and Saturday is going to be hot. That rain chance you see there on Saturday, I just really don't think we see anything. But I do think starting on Sunday into next week, we're going to have more of an east-southeast wind, and that's kind of what we see in the summer to give us a decent chance of afternoon and evening storms. So that is absolutely in the cards for us. Not like the middle of summer, but certainly something that will help because we all know we are in desperate need of rain, and it's still going to be a few weeks before the rainy season gets going. And we are getting shout-outs to Jonathan actually on our chat because he's all over Sharkapalooza. Yeah, there it is. So thanks again for stopping by. Folks, thanks for watching. We'll see you on tomorrow night's edition of Dennis Phillips Live. We hit the out perfect. We are in the, and there we go. We are still on streaming.
Flew by.
It does. It's so fast. I mean, because that's what I tell people, we're just like talking,
Right.
And it's just like we're just kind of going back and forth. And this actually was hysterical. That was really fun. I'll have to post I'll have to post one of that on the on Facebook because that was a blast.
I forgot to mention that if you actually use your smartphone and put it in its mouth, it has tooth tapper technology where it will open up a website with shark facts.
Tooth tapper technology.
Really, it's an NFC chip that's in its mouth.
Yeah, but I like that way better.
Right, marketing tapper.
I wonder who came up with that idea. Did you really?
Yes, well, I actually have a design branding agency, so all of the branding for Sharkapalooza and the marketings were my creation. So.
Oh, dang, that's awesome.
Thank you.
That is sweet. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it a night because I'm gonna have some dinner. That was a great show.
It was. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Jessica. Appreciate it. Good luck on Saturday. And again, guys, tomorrow night. I know we have another guest. I just can't remember who. That's up to Jocelyn, my producer/handler, to tell me. We've got a lot of folks coming up. And as I said again, get your tickets now. June 1st, Rays and the Tigers. My daughter Ryan's going to sing the national anthem. I'll be throwing out the first pitch. And at the Threshers game on the 22nd of August, we're also going to be doing it. So y'all have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on tomorrow night's edition of Dennis Phillips Live. We'll see you guys tomorrow.